We look at, just this Magic squad. They got two young rising stars in Paolo and Franz Wagner, solid supporting cast. They added KCP in the offseason, gave him a big bag, 3 year, like $66 million.
Boston, Philly,
But
Milwaukee.
last season, just as a comparable, we saw the Thunder and their young core led by SGA make a surprising jump from 10th in 2023 to the top spot in the West this past season. Will the Magic be the Thunder of the East this season, like Paolo thinks they can?
So that means what? The Thunder
No.
They could jump to that.
Hey, man,
Hell no.
Not while Boston's still
fucking
around.
lucky we can't drug test you, bro. Because he's going to get drug tested, right?
Right, he need to.
Yeah,
How you going to drug test me for asking?
Nah, I'm just saying.
He ain't got no
Not
upper
while
lip.
Boston is still around in the East.
He
No
getting
way.
drugged at soon October 1st come. Boom! Hey, young fella, we heard what you said. Piss in his cup.
Go pee in the cup.
Let's see if it's still in your system.
I think they could finish fourth.
Fourth?
Wait, what number did he say?
Four?
He said top 3 or 4 team. He didn't specify.
I mean, they
if that's
finished
top 3 or
fifth.
4 East, or that was top 3 or 4 in the NBA.
They
about
finished
the East.
fifth
He
last
said we
year.
could
Yeah,
win-
in
we
the
could-
East.
They not better than Boston. They not better than the Knicks. They not better than Milwaukee. They not better than Philly.
I mean,
Where were they last year? 4 or 5?
They were 5.
That's what I'm saying. 4
But
or
if you look at
5.
the
They could
Thunder this
stay
year,
in
I'm
the
talking about
same
regular
spot.
season, top team
They're
in the
not gonna
West.
be the
They
Thunder
weren't
of the
necessarily the
East.
best team in the West, right? Once playoff time came, but you're talking about a young team.
They're going to
stay
be
healthy.
5.
Again.
You was 5?
Because they don't.
You're going to be
because
5 again.
they don't have a Shea. He's not a Shea yet, right? He's not a guy who controls the game and understands how to get buckets when it counts. He hasn't grown into that person. Like Shea is right there as a superstar.
Yep.
He's a rising star.
And I'm not even just
like when I'm saying he's rising into being what he's gonna be. So it's gonna take him a couple years, but what takes them from like 6th to 3rd is 2 minutes of every game, and he's not there yet.
Okay, what's his ceiling?
He's not there yet.
What's his ceiling?
Kenyan guy, I mean, he's a power forward, 3-man. He knows. I don't.
You look at his style of play now. He fits this NBA for shit. He's gonna be what he want to be.
6'10". I'm just like,
I mean, but
I feel like Paolo don't get enough
like who
love
though? Like
Playing in the East.
yeah.
No, he doesn't.
to be 6'10", doing what he
Like,
does.
He's gonna be consistent, 25, 26. He's
gonna be underrated.
Okay.
He's not gonna
okay,
get like what I'm saying. He's not gonna get the credit that he deserves. Like, I mean, we can just
Is
put
that based
out
on
now.
market?
That's what I see
Just
too,
the
though.
market. He's not gonna get like.
I see him get numbers, but he's just gonna be.
He's gonna be
we're
a
not gonna-
25, 12, 25. Like, he's not gonna be the guy that you're gonna be like, oh shit, Paolo, because of just the market itself.
Right.
But you guys have talked about before though. But taking that
He
jump,
can be Anthony Davis in
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
but him taking that jump into his
You know what I
third
mean? Like,
season.
niggas gonna be after him. And then, he get to a big city and then be like, oh shit, he's defensive player, he's this. But in New Orleans, he's just a dude that's out there getting buckets and getting stats.
But just looking at the squad, young squad in a regular
Are they
season.
as young as OKC?
What?
No, they're not that young, right?
But just with their young stars, he's entering his 3rd season. Wagner,
Yeah.
obviously young as well. I just see Celtics, obviously probably best team in the East going into this season, but you got Tatum coming
NBA.
off an Olympic run. And
They're not better than the
And then
Pacers.
I go.
It's getting that time now.
yes, it is. Mr. Beach.
Hey, no. I mean, hey, but look, I wouldn't. I mean, the Pacers is going to
That was
be.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, you're right.
They're
Nah,
not
you're
better
right.
than the Pacers.
They're not better than the Pacers.
Who, the
They
Magic?
the Magic not better than the Pacers right
No,
now.
they're not better than the
I'm
Pacers.
saying they got Benjamin Mathurin
They
coming
got
back.
everybody coming back.
Got Mathurin coming
That's what I'm
back.
saying. They're
They
not
got the
better than
whole
Pacers.
squad coming back. I don't think they are. I think it's even.
They're not better than Cleveland either.
They
Because-
might only because they.
If they would have had home court last year, they would have beat Cleveland. So I think they are like it was 4 or 5 matchups. So whoever had 4 was gonna win because they got
Donovan Mitchell being the #1 option?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, that's what I said. It's Paolo. Like
It should be way better than them.
Like once he understands
they're
his
not.
dominance and once he realizes what his go-to is in games,
Yeah.
he's gonna be special. Just right now, he's not there yet. Right? We'll see what happens this leap this summer.
But you think he can get there this season, though?
This season? No. Like it's not an overnight process. We can Ant-Man is not there yet.
Yeah.
But we see okay, he's getting there. He just needs one more year.
23, 7, and 5 last year, played 80 games. And that's the thing for me. Like, he's going, if he stays
He'll be
healthy.
25, 26 this year.
That's when he starts getting to that 28, 29, that's
when.
He gives me like Aaron Gordon vibes.
Nah. He's
No?
he's
What does that mean
better than-
exactly?
I mean, just like he's a 4, right? Like
Yeah, now Paulo's more of a.
He got more.
I think Paulo's
he got
like this now
more
because he's
polished
that team.
skill
No,
set
I
than
think
Aaron
Paulo's like
Gordon.
this because he's on Orlando right now. But if he went to another team, he would be like an Aaron Gordon.
Nah,
All right.
because Aaron Gordon was still Aaron Gordon when he was with the.
No, Aaron Gordon is still Aaron Gordon.
I
I'm
want to
just,
say he was never like Aaron Gordon was never the number one option. Like we gon'
I mean, yeah, I mean, he never.
Who does he remind you of? Is it like Bosch when Bosch was in Toronto?
Bosch in Toronto was crazy.
I mean, but what I'm saying is like
Who,
he was
Paolo?
crazy, but he was like, it's just. Bosch in
that's
Toronto.
actually not bad.
It's like Bosch in Toronto. You know what I mean? It's like had his braids or whatever the fuck those things were called. What they were.
No, they were,
He didn't. You know what I mean?
no, those are
Yeah,
the dreads. The
Oh,
dreads.
that's what they
Whatever
were.
those things
Yeah.
were.
Whatever those
Oh,
things
his little
were.
Yeah.
twisty thing?
When it was
Yeah,
like
he
he
had
looked
the-
like a raptor, they're like, oh yeah,
No.
he looked like the logo.
No, he had
And then-
the hairstyle from the lady from Living Single.
Yeah. He looked like
Attorney at law. You know what time it is, y'all? Here I come.
Funny
Here
on
I
this
come.
couch.
And then when he got
the,
and then when we got with LeBron, clean that shit up.
cut all that shit off.
Cut that off, man. We ain't doing this shit over
All
here.
that shit
He
off.
clean
Yeah.
cut over here.
No, it's all-
Yeah.
it's all-
He clean cut over here.
The chat is encouraging you to crash out.
No, I'm not.
Nah,
I'm just
I'm not.
But like you know how like how Bosch was or where like he was dominant when you had to play against him.
No,
Like
for
oh
real.
shit, but he didn't get that recognition that he should have.
The last time I seen Bosch, my rookie year, he came to Milwaukee, gave us 40, and then he went to Miami the next year.
He was the fuck
Yo,
up.
he was yo.
I know, but
Him, Al Jefferson was different.
He
too,
Al
like
Je-
back
yeah,
like
yeah.
like though, bro. I
all
seen
right,
some guys,
I don't give a
bro.
fuck what move he did, he was coming back right.
This right here,
Left
all
shoulder.
that fire, killer. Yeah.
We on TV now. Cut that.
Jermaine on it? No, you're not better. No, Jermaine don't know better than him.
He got. I mean, I'm just. I feel like he's one of those guys that don't get appreciated for what he's doing. Obviously, playing in that small market.
The small market, man.
But so he has to
Like
go
Bonzo.
above and beyond to
But it's
get
nice
that
to hear him
recognition.
talking his shit a little bit.
But
That's a step.
That's a good one.
That's a
Right?
step.
Damn.
That's a good one.
Bonzi Wells?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Bonzi Wells better than Draymond Green.
He was better than Bonzi.
Here we go.
Brandon, what did you, Mr. B? What did you just say
Kinda
for
look
the
like-
for the folks in the back who couldn't hear?
Kind of look like
Bonzi Wells better than Draymond Green.
Yes.
As a talent,
Yes.
yeah. There's two different
Absolutely.
styles. Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck yeah. That shit ain't even close.
I just threw it out. I mean, some people,
Yeah.
some
That
people
shit
thought
ain't even
different.
close.
Some people thought different.
That shit ain't even fucking close.
Nobody thinks.
We're just gonna give you.
I mean, it was barbershop talk outside.
Well, tell them I said that shit ain't even close.
Yeah, it's two different responsibilities, but yeah.
Well, no, Bonzi motherfucking
No, I know.
animal.
Bonzi,
That ball,
I know.
bucket.
Bonzi was.
No, I know.
Bonzi Wells a fucking
like,
bucket.
You be like,
What would
hey,
Bonzi get today in today's game?
Oh, shit, average dub.
he averaged, yeah, easy.
Yeah, he averaged. Yeah, Bonzi average dub.
Because he was a big guard.
Yeah, he can play the two. He can
He was,
two,
yeah, he was,
three.
he was a big guard.
Yeah.
Yep. ISO, he was.
No, I know for sure Bonzi was nice.
Yeah, Bonzi, Joe Johns, all the motherfuckers would be.
But there's a bunch of guards like that we don't mention that's like back in the day, like
Nice.
it was underrated. Like Flip Murray.
Ronald Flip Murray. The
It's
legend.
that time, man. Listen, we talk who?
What's in the cup now, Brandon? Is it still tea?
Gentleman's cut
Okay.
and tea.
It's the tea, gentleman's tea. Okay. Back to Paolo Banchero just quickly. He also did an interview with Jay Williams at Fanatics Fest and was asked where he sees himself in the next 5 years. This was his response.
NBA champ. Yes, sir. NBA champ. Hopefully MVP, and yeah, one of the faces of the league. One of the faces of basketball, of the new generation. I guess I'm part of the new generation. So yeah, I would say just all that.
So he said NBA champ, hopefully MVP, one of the faces of the league. Of those three things, which are the most realistic to come true for Paolo in the next 5 years?
One of the faces in the NBA.
One of the faces of the NBA.
One of the faces.
Yeah.
One of them.
Of the new faces, 20,
one of them.
You'd
22?
have to leave.
You went to
You'd
Duke,
have to leave
Brandon. You went to
Orlando.
Duke.
Yeah, well, yeah,
He might
one
have to
of
leave Orlando to do that.
Envy, I mean,
I
don't
Envy.
think so.
They get a top
I
lip.
don't think so.
Not the faces of the league?
them. Like one of them. Like he not the guy. Like just. So we all knew there was
Faced by
this
committee.
one guy, right? We all knew that the league there was gonna
sometimes
be
just
one
one
guy.
guy.
But there were other guys that we've seen as well. But you saw the one guy more, but they still, so during our tenure, right? Who?
Kobe.
Okay.
What year?
Just so there was shit with KG on it. There was just over time.
AI,
there was
Shaq.
There was other guys, but you had the main guy that people. Okay, this is the
So main guy was probably Kobe.
Cole, and then but
And then AI was challenging that. He was just a little bit rugged, but if he was clean, it would have been AI for sure, damn sure.
So I think he can be nationally known.
Do you think he could get to a top 5 in the league level? I'm not gonna say MVP, but the next 5 years he could be a
5
top 5
years,
player.
because some guys are moving
Yes,
out.
but-
Yeah, some guys are moving out.
Yeah.
Yeah, some guys are moving out.
I mean, like I said, once he starts getting into his own, you're gonna put him at about what, 27 to 29 and 10, 11. He can fuck around with an MVP if they have a great year.
He can average a double-double because his body size and because he got the ball in his hand. He can
Will being in Orlando hurt
assists.
that case?
Facts.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not a question.
It'll make it harder.
That's why-
He's gonna have
that's
to
why I
be
think it's all
excellent.
cap.
He's gonna have to be
Because
excellent.
where he at?
I mean, just like anybody. He thinks like just like we did.
Oh, for
he
sure, for
thinks
sure. No, for
everything
sure,
is
for
just
sure.
on the same playing field.
Of course,
right?
of course.
You know, as players, you don't think there's a big handicap for being in cities you are, right? You learn that once you start getting older, you start talking about shoe contracts, and they're like, well, you know, he makes $5 million. Why am I getting $300,000? Well, son, do you see the city you in?
So why aren't the agents or the marketing people behind him telling him that?
Because
he got drafted to the.
because he got drafted, and then it's frowned upon.
So you want him? So listen, don't pick me 1, pick me 7, so I can go to.
You think that's ever gonna start happening?
What?
Now
Yeah,
because these
yes.
players in college
yeah.
have these huge followings
No.
and making all this money,
There's
they're
teams
gonna
that-
start being like, I don't want to go
Steve Francis
1
did that
to
shit.
this.
Yo, like being number 1 don't mean shit anymore.
Right,
Because
exactly.
if you're making money in college and you can go to a big market, like I'm sure he wished he could have got drafted. I mean, I don't know. What was his
Who was the
draft
number
class?
two pick? What was the number two?
2, like his draft class?
When
I'm
he
sure.
I mean, I don't think Orlando's
Like, I'm sure if he
like
could
the
redo
worst
it over
spot.
again, I bet you he'll go somewhere else.
The worst. I mean,
not
there's
the-
I
worse
will give you
cities he could have
the
been drafted.
2022 NBA draft.
It's
Was
Disney,
Paolo was number 1 to the Magic. Chet went to
kids.
OKC. Jabari
Right,
Smith went
kids.
3 to Houston.
I'm pretty sure he was
Keegan
Right.
Murray
Right.
went
Right.
4 to
Make money.
Sacramento.
Where's
Jaden
money?
Ivey went 5 to Detroit. Matherin 6 to Indiana. Shaden Sharp 7 to the Blazers. Dyson
Yeah,
Daniels
like-
8 to New Orleans.
Orlando low-key was
Sohan,
one of the
9 to
better
San
places
Antonio.
to win.
First 9 picks.
Yeah, he would.
So you want him to go what?
He would have been
Orlando
13.
is the
Or
best.
Houston.
Fuck no.
Houston?
No,
Hell yeah,
I mean,
China.
at the
time.
Hell
No,
yeah,
I'm talking
China.
about just the-
Hell yeah,
no,
China.
just
They
the city
still watching
marketing.
Houston in
But
China.
he doesn't.
No, I'm not talking about the team itself. I'm just talking about the that marketing,
But it
that
wouldn't
area.
fit him though. I don't think even
The
being
area,
Houston
the area is
would've-
all right.
So he was in the Jabari Smith draft, right?
He was in the
I
Jabari
don't think
Smith
his
draft.
personality would have even.
No, I'm just talking about just the
compatible.
market.
With a
KJ
grill? Paolo with a grill?
It's still a top. I'm just talking about the team, the
Swinging and
market,
banging?
not the players.
I'm
and the
talking
team
about the
itself.
market
It's like
as
it's
well.
still like a top 10 market.
Listen, if Paulo talking like that, he got to get the hell out of Orlando.
But I'm saying, isn't there a small upside to being in a smaller market, being a player like that with those expectations?
No.
Because you kind of get to do things under the radar.
No, because
kinda
this
just-
is what ends up happening, and
Still
it
need-
just this
still
is
need the
media's
media.
turn. When you're like a player like him and you're building
You need the media.
you're bending yourself.
Well,
and-
yeah, I think that's why he's going
So
on
what
the
happens
press
is
run
when
right
he gets,
now, advocating for
no, when he
himself.
gets to the point where he says, "I need to win my legacy," people are challenging my legacy. What ends up happening now? I got to leave. Once I leave, asterisks around my whole legacy now.
Well, unless he do some shit and win.
Unless you win there.
Unless he win within the next 5 years. Unless he win within the next 5
Like,
years.
like you do a Jokic or you do a Jokic is stamped. There's nothing. Jokic's legacy is sealed. Giannis' legacy is sealed. Because they won in a small market and they didn't leave. Their legacies is sealed. If they want to leave right now, no one is gonna bat a fucking eye
Right.
because they won there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Facts.
So now
Facts.
everybody else, if you don't win and you leave to a big city and win, they're gonna say,
That's been
you're not that guy.
That's how it's been from the beginning now.
So once you get that chip, you stamp, then it don't matter. So I already
But
got
it's-
this.
I mean, especially in a small market,
Man, how do
though.
you small market? How do you get this? How do you get a chip? in a
Kind of
small
like
market?
a Kawhi
But I hope you
dipping.
know that tall boy over there in San Antonio, Wemby, going to be around, too, at the same time. So I think it's going to be his league.
Sacre Blue.
It's gonna turn in a few years.
Yeah, I can see that.
And what's so funny is, and there's gonna be a lot of super teaming.
For sure.
It's no different than when Jordan came in, right? When Jordan came in, and and everybody's sitting there looking at each other like, yo, we gotta go. You want to team up?
We gotta do
wasn't,
something.
It wasn't called super teaming then. Right? It was just, oh, I just want to get traded to the second best
Contenders.
team in the West Coast. I went for the #1 team, you know, the Blazers, but they didn't want me, so I'm gonna just go to the Suns and go to the second best team, and that's not a super team.
You talk about super team.
I want to contend.
I want to contend.
Will San Antonio be one of those teams? Will
No, it's
Wemby be enough of a draw to make guys say,
I think
look,
so.
I'm trying to come?
Hell yeah.
If he's still
Oh
healthy.
no, like so he
praise
see
him.
Wemby has the shine on him where a lot of players who's not getting the recognition for their game will want to go so they can be seen. Like I don't have TV games here. I got to think about De'Aaron Fox.
Shit, that was the
Motherfucker,
best.
I got my team is this. I've been doing this. Nigga, I got 11 games, and I know he's looking at the rest of this like, come on, y'all. He's the type of dude that he go with Wemby. You be like, oh shit, who the fuck is this now? You know, you look at him very different, doing the same shit, but he's sitting there with Wemby, throwing lobs, doing this, speeding, cause just the spotlight's on him for everybody to see.
Same thing like Chris Bosh. When Chris
It's
Bosh
crazy
was
when
in
you
Toronto.
turn the spotlight on a motherfucker. You be like, oh, he's a really good player. Yeah, you know, I think 28 and 12 said that too.
Yeah.
When y'all was,
3 years
When
straight.
y'all was ignoring him.
Hey, 3 years straight. This motherfucker been averaging this, and y'all just now knowing this.
It's just crazy. Like when they want to run the narrative on you, it's crazy. The motherfucker averaged 35, 36 teams this, and then, he's not MVP. All right, 26-77. You my guy, MVP. Let's talk about him. Like
How old is he?
22.
I wish the Knicks could have get him for Julius.
Ooh, him
Never
in
say
New
never.
York?
I wish the Knicks could get him.
See, that's the.
If the Knicks can get him,
That would
I wouldn't
But
be
that's what
mad.
you guys always come back is either Knicks, Lakers.
I mean, because that's the,
Hey, look,
but that's the best chances of you to win too.
Paulo?
But I get it.
Ain't going nowhere.
What it was so funny is we've been preaching the same teams for a reason,
That boy
and then
finna make so-
ESPN or whoever shows you every time
Yeah.
what we've been talking about.
Yep.
Boy, that boy finna make so much money in Orlando.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying though, if he want to, in a couple years, if he want to get that,
stack bread at
the Knicks,
beginning.
He finna make so much damn
Yeah.
money.
the Knicks
in
should be
Orlando.
should be on.
But
And
that's
now you
the thing.
see his mentality too, but people didn't
Gonna
really
make
know
all
much about
NBA team
Paolo.
next year. He'll be all NBA. They make the playoff. He'll be third,
be all-
second, third team all
Feels
NBA.
like he's going to take that leap.
He will.
Yeah, he has to take a like he's one of those guys that can go into the season and take a really big leap. You're like, oh yeah.
And I think he's primed to do it, but we will see how it goes. But let's keep it moving. Bulls lottery pick, Matas Buzelis.